Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, and we're back in the 3.5 Monster Manual, and today we're on the Displacer Beast. So essentially it's a skinny, gross cat with 6 legs and some tentacles coming out of his shoulder blades. I don't have any skinny, gross cats, but I have cats. So I'm thinking that we could maybe cannibalize some of these cats for parts, and man, I really like that one, but I can't figure out how to get more legs on him without doing some torso cutting. Maybe torso cutting is just what we need at this point, though. So let me see if I have a saw handy real quick. We're in luck, I have a saw. So what I think we're going to do is we're just going to try to cut him in such a way that we can add a piece in the middle. I'm doing this a little bit off camera so I can cut it easier. We should go over to the vice bench for this project, but we're not. Alright, I got a good cut in there, a good start. Hopefully I can just kind of force this craft knife down in to get it the rest of the way. That's probably going to be cut the old-fashioned way. Let me see if I can get it with this. Because cutting with that saw without a vise, it's going to be about impossible. Cool. Alright. Now we need a middle section of legs that'll kind of fit in there. Oh, wait, I need the middle legs. Alright, we're going to snip that off. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can't get something going like that. Okay. Let's let him sit for a minute. Let that glue cool down. So, oh shit. Okay. That's gonna need more time to cool. So what I think that the thing is to make his back look congruous and not all chunky, is we could take a piece of fabric, like from a t-shirt or something, and maybe slide it on there, or we could just do it with glue. That could work. Something like that. Is he still on the base? Sort of. Mostly. So let's do the base while that's sitting. Because I think once we get him on the base, we'll do the underside of him first, and then we'll get him on the base, and then we'll work on the top part. Where once he's kind of glued into place on the base. Am I out of glue? Oh, there we go. Yeah, once he's glued into place on the base, we should be able to he'll be sturdy, and we can work on the back part. Oh hell, I forgot about doing the bottom part first. Alright, well it's just going to be hard to do, that's all. Okay, so now we need to fill in gaps. So my thought would be to use light, thick lumps of glue and kind of start smoothing him out and just let it dry for a second, cool for a second I should say. And we'll fill those gaps in the best we can. Now you could have done this some other ways, I think. It would have been okay to do, like to cut legs off and glue legs on to an extra long cat model. That could have been alright. You could have done that. You could have done that this way. You could have bought or printed a mini. But the goal is we're making the monster manual. We're not buying the monster manual. So there are some entries like the Dwarf and the Durger and stuff like that that we're going to use minis for, because it would be silly to make some. But for this, I think we can make one and it'll look okay. He's got really cheap plastic here, so I'm just going to catch that on fire with my spiderweb removal tool to get that stuff that's sticking out off. Snip off a little piece of plastic fuzz there. He's got some spider webs down here too. Get the spider webs off. Right. Now as this cools, what you want to do is you want to try to recapture the natural texture of his cat fur. But first you gotta have to fill in all the weird spots that we should have filled in before we put this on a base. sure how that's going to look. And from above, there's a little bit of a chunky spot here. Okay. Alright, so we need some tentacles. So I thought we could use like snake tails, and I pulled one out and I don't know what happened to it. And then I thought, well, maybe we can use like some legs from something like this. I don't know what grasshopper here. But then I saw this hero click that I will probably never use for anything, or at least not all of him. And I thought we could steal his tentacles. He was already naturally missing one when I got him. I didn't purchase this guy. He was given to me by a friend. So he was already missing tentacles, and I thought, hey, maybe we could do something like that. So what I want to do is kind of figure out which two I want to use. Oh, I kind of like that one too. Let me see if I can get that one to do what I want. Oh, yeah. That'll do it. All right. Now we're just going to drag these along and try to re-add some texture so it doesn't look as much like hot glue. Okay. I'm going to let that sit for a minute. And I have an idea of using a brush to try to, or even a craft knife or a brush or something, once that's dry, to just drag some more detail into that. I also have this little metal poker that might be ideal for such a project. Okay. Spider web here. Alright, so let's figure out these arms, or tentacles. So I'm just going to get the tiniest dab of glue. And go to where's between his two shoulders. In the front. Okay, now these tentacles are not just normal tentacles, they also have like a little flat panel part on the ends of them. So we need something kind of like a leaf shape maybe for that. I don't know if I have anything I can cut up for that easily. We can just use a piece of cardstock, really. So I'm just going to curve these a little bit so they don't look so straight and natural. And then I'm going to just pull that around in every direction and hold that in place for a moment until it's where I want it. Something like that. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm just going to cut it to the shape I want. Twist it up a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to get my spiderweb removal tool. Hit those quickly. All right. There we go. All right, so let's get a little bit of some stones and put them on the base here. Get a couple small ones, and maybe if there's a bigger one in here, we'll use that. Ooh, there's a long one. I think that's good. I'm just going to throw that on there to strengthen them up. Alright. So that's our homemade displacer. Obviously, we're going to come back for a part 2 and paint it. And here's the book reference art. Ours is not exactly like it, but it's in the ballpark. Yeah, it gives us an excuse to use purple. So anyways, see you guys in part 2. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Hit the notification icon, stuff like that. That helps the channel out in some enormous magical way. I'm not sure how exactly, but it is a big deal. It does make a big difference. It's an algorithm kind of thing, and any interaction you do with me apparently makes my video get recommended to more people. So I'd like more people to see what I'm doing. As far as I know, I'm the only person making the monster manual, piece by piece. There might be others. My buddy and I both looked. We couldn't find anybody else doing it. And I was kind of surprised. I'm like, wait, no one else is making the monster manual one by one? Like, no one? We found a dude who was doing it with 3D printing. He was like making STLs, but I mean, I'm not doing that. And most of you aren't doing that, I'm pretty sure. So let me hang up my saw. Keep this stuff. This stuff's useful. Go to the website, dungeonswag.com. Buy some minis or get a free mini. Get a discount code off our Discord. Share the work you're doing if you're following along or you're painting minis. Come hang out with us. We do live paint nights and stuff. It'll be fun. We'll enjoy your company. We'll come back for part 2. He'll be base coated and we'll start painting him. Thanks for watching.